What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. So if you guys follow me on Twitter, I tweeted out that I've been watching anime off camera again, something I haven't done in a really long time because I've just gotten into the habit of just feeling like I had to record everything that I watch, and I must say I've been really enjoying it. And one of the anime that I'm going to be talking about today that I did not expect to love as much as I did was Golden Time. I've said this once, I've said this many times. Like, I'm a big fan of slice of life romance type anime, which of course obviously you don't see that on the channel much often or at all. So this is my way of kind of bringing it to my channel. So if you guys never seen Golden Time, again, I can't say it enough that I fucking love this anime. I literally just finished it a few minutes ago. Oh, the last episode definitely tugged on the heartstrings. Oh my goodness. But if you guys have not seen Golden Time, I definitely recommend to go watch it. And if you've seen it already, you're going to enjoy at least what I have to say. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. Come back to this video. And oh my gosh. So I'm gonna break it down. So this show is about Tada Banri, who it's about a lot of characters, but Tada Banri, this is gonna be a chill discussion, by the way. Banri, who after graduation, or the night of his graduation, he got into an accident and he fell off a bridge, and boy was leaking. He was leaking everywhere. And he ended up getting hospitalized with amnesia, and so he forgot everything that happened before graduation. So he didn't remember none of his old friends, his life, his parents. Another character in the show, Linda, he didn't remember her, which we'll talk about her in here soon. But he didn't remember any of that. So he ends up going off to school, and he ends up meeting up with one of his soon-to-be friends, Yana, who in the beginning I thought he was kind of like a cool dude, and then his character starts developing more. He's like, okay, he really is a character. He's being pretty much stalked by this crazy girl who in the beginning I'm not gonna lie, I did not like her, and we're talking about Coco. I did not like Coco in the beginning because I just thought she was just too much. I'm like, Yana, I understand, like, oh my gosh, but it seemed like in the beginning though, Banri was already infatuated with her. Like there was already like a bit of attraction towards her, and so I never even really paid much mind to the intro when I started watching the show, but like, I think towards like 2 or 3 episodes in, I was like, oh wait, that's the girl from the intro, because I just really was not paying attention. And I was like, oh, okay, so well, this clearly shows me that they're gonna be together. And so I'm like, okay, that's cool. I'm curious to see how this is gonna play out. How is it gonna work? Because clearly she's in love with Yana. So pretty much it all comes down to Yana. He's like, I don't want nothing to do with this girl. I'm just trying to live my life comfortably, but Coco wasn't having it. And so things happen, and pretty much Coco was like, you know what, screw it, I can't make you happy. And first of all, Yana had to put his foot down. He's like, listen, I can't, even if I was to be with you, you would never truly be happy, because you're never gonna have all of me. You're just gonna be satisfied with the fact that, oh, you got what you wanted. He said this, she even realized this, that she never considered Yana's feelings. And so it was like a big girl stuff for her. She's like, you know what, okay, so screw it, we'll just be friends, so to speak. Even though he was almost against that, sorta. I mean, at the end of the day, he still cared for her because they were childhood friends. They grew up together, literally grew up together. So it's not something you can just kind of just put aside. Which I'm kind of glad how the show, as the show progresses, they maintain that friendship. At least a lot of people, and we get introduced to 2D-kun also, which just his name alone was just hilarious. I forget, honestly, I do not even remember his real name because he got the nickname from, I'm pretty sure it was the T Club is what brought this on. So at the time, they were trying to figure out what club they wanted to join, and they were all like at a film club party, and the T Club was on in the next room. They done bust in there and done drug away Bonnery and 2D-Ku, and the next thing you know, listen, them T Club girls, they partying, goddamn it. So pretty much he's like he could not stand 3D girls. He's like, you know what, that's why I'm just gonna stick with 2D girls, and that's how he got the nickname 2D-Kun and all that. But also, that's where I'm pretty sure we got introduced to Chanami. Oh, no, they met Chanami in class. I think it was in was it orientation, I believe. She was an oddball. I mean, she still is. I still think she's an oddball. I mean, she's lighthearted, she's sweet, but she's just very odd. And, it is what it is. I enjoyed the entire cast of characters. But I know this is scattered everywhere, but like I said, this is more of a laid back kind of just discussion. Because I literally my brain is like trying to process everything that I watched, because I binged this over the last 2 days, and like I said, I really enjoyed it. So fast forward to the after Bonnery comes out of the I forget what he was coming out of, but there was pretty much just like this stuff going on, trying to recruit people to join the club and stuff, and he runs into Linda. Now, it almost seemed like Linda did know who he was. I even thought that when she kind of bumped into him, because she kind of like, when she realized who it was, then she kind of acted kind of differently, but she just kind of act like, she's like, oh, well, introduced herself. And every time I look back on her, I'm like, yo, like, why did you do that? But as the show goes on, you understand why Linda didn't introduce herself as Bonnery's old high school friend, and all that. Even Bonnery was questioning it himself, like later on throughout the series, like, how come she pretended like she didn't know who I was? And yeah, I was questioning that too, but she broke it down. She's like, pretty much she didn't want to confuse him more, because he doesn't remember anything from his past. So it's like, and coming to realize, the more we see Linda and we get more about their past, and it was noticeable to me that like she had feelings for this man. Like, as much as she tried to like bury them, and even back when they showed us flashbacks, when Bonnery was like he was like standing outside of the door, like waiting for Linda, I'm guessing, and he just overheard her conversation, because kids being kids or whatever, tease and be like, oh, you like him, blah blah blah, and then she's over there trying to defend herself, play it off like, no, I don't like him, I don't see him like that. And then here it comes, she opens the door, he's right there, and then she's like, oh, no, I didn't mean it. Oh, then why'd you say it? That kind of situation. So Bonnery was, heartbroken, didn't talk to her for a while, and then, I ain't gonna lie, your boy teared up a little bit when, she was standing, she was like, it was raining, and everybody had their umbrellas. She was just sitting at the entrance, just kneeled down, like, still waiting for this man, no umbrella, and I'm just like, Bonnery, bro, nah, I'm sorry, but you better not just walk past her on this one, like, Bonnery, I'll box you up real fast. But pretty much he just kind of buried those feelings, or he tried to, like, I don't see you that way as well. Let's just forget about it, blah, blah, blah. And, so it maintained the friendship. And he ended up asking her one more time, and it was almost like an ultimatum. And he kind of did that same thing with Coco. But I'm going to talk about the Linda part first. So he was pretty much like, I want to be with you forever, and I need to know, yes or no. And Linda was like, can I tell you, or can I sleep on it, or whatever? And so that's when he was waiting at the bridge, and that's when the whole accident happened, because she was late. And I'll leave it up to you guys if you want to confirm or deny. I'm not gonna lie, I could be wrong for even thinking this, but every time I look back at that accident, I'm just like, yeah, I'm clear, yeah, he was on a bridge, but I'm just like, I just kept thinking the entire time why Linda felt so guilty, because I was thinking maybe she was the one that hit him. Now, I'm assuming that's not the case, because whatever. Because when Bari, I keep saying Bari. When Bonri was he snuck out of the hospital, Linda had her a little scooter as well, and every time they showed that flashback of him getting hit, it was somebody on a scooter who like bumped him or whatever, and he fell off. So I just kept going, I kept thinking like, oh, maybe she feels so guilty because she is the one that hit him. But really, it's just almost like it's just those it was more of like she felt guilty because, again, yeah, she was late, and if she would have gotten there on time, he wouldn't have been on the bridge that late, or he wouldn't have. It just, that situation probably could have been avoided. But at the end, I know I'm jumping the gun. Well, no, I'm not going to jump into that just yet. But I now understand though why she felt so guilty about that, because it just makes sense now. So throughout the entire series, there was just like little instances where Bonri was just like, he kept getting like flashbacks of like, you know, just memories, and like his feelings were coming back for Linda, and it's just like, I'm like, dang, man. And I'm not gonna lie, I know I'm skipping over the whole part where him and Coco get to, oh no, I was actually about to talk about that next. So with the whole ultimatum thing, he literally gave Coco the same thing. He's like, listen, I don't want to be friends with you anymore. I just can't do it. It's like, I want to be more than friends, and if we can't be that, then I don't want to be pretty much associated with you. I don't want to be around you. I don't want to see you no more. And I understand it, man. It's like, yo, it's like he confessed to you, you rejected him, and it's just one of those things. I mean, you can't expect a guy to want to hang around someone who wants to, that he has feelings for, and you don't reciprocate that. Like, he, in my opinion, yeah, he gave her that ultimatum, and it's wrong. I do think it's wrong to give someone a kind of ultimatum like that, but in a way, I'm like, it's the best way to handle it, because you don't want to keep being stuck in this. Pretty much, you don't want to be friend zoned when you clearly want more, while this other person's just all happy, joy, you know, happy to be your friend, while you're over there always lingering for more, you know. So I get it, and so she eventually finally came around when she thought she was about to lose him, and I was rocking with it. I was like, okay, boy, I see you, and I'm glad Yana didn't kind of like take it like badly, you know, because I mean, you know, it could have been like, oh, you clearly know what, but he didn't have those kind of feelings towards her anyway, so it was easy for him. He was like, well, whatever, you done took her off my hands, thank you. But oh my gosh, man, throughout their entire relationship, you know, it was just like little things that was happening where, you know, with Linda, like I said, with those feelings coming back, and like it in a way, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of wanting him to kind of get with Linda, like pursue a relationship that he wanted. I was really wanting him to do that, but that was just me in a way being selfish towards Coco's feelings, just because, yes, Linda was first, but Linda missed that chance, and I know it wasn't Linda's fault that she missed that chance, but it was just, I was just being insensitive to Coco, and towards the end, you know, I am really glad that Linda was respectful in that situation, like that whole situation. Like, she clearly had feelings for him. Like, it was obvious that she was fighting her urges, because, well, slightly fighting them, because there was like one that I can definitely recall where they were working or whatever, and I'm just saying they both was in the moment. That's all I'm gonna say there. So, you know, but it was a minor slip up, and it was just like an old flame being rekindled that was never even sparked up in the first place, at least on both ends, which it obviously would have. And, you know, that caused a lot of rift, and Bonri and Coco's relationship, but they definitely went through a lot, and I have to I put so much respect on Coco because she dealt with that. Like, she, knowing what Bonri was going through, and she was able to, stick it out. Like, she was tough. She really loved this man, and I respect her for that. I really do. And I'm trying to make sure that I cover as many bases as I can, because I want to give this show the justice that it deserves, because like I said, I wasn't expecting to love this show as much as I did, and I just, oh my goodness. Well, let's go. Matter of fact, let's go to Yano and Chanami, because this is a whole cast of characters here. So Yana actually confessed to Chanami at a film party, and I mean, yeah, I kind of understand why Chanami definitely, she dissed him in a very heartbroken way. She's just like, you stupid, or she called him like an idiot or something like that. Like, it was hilarious. And that was just Yana's way. He was in a way kind of being spiteful because he was trying to get at Coco, but she turned him down. And it was another case where Chanami, later on down the line, she felt bad about it, because it was one of those things where she didn't realize how much she liked him until, spoiler here, because I'm jumping the gun again, like, well, regardless, if you guys never seen the show, then you guys have no idea what I'm talking about. But she didn't realize how much she liked him until Yana was pretty much trying to talk to Linda. And that happens in a lot of cases, but Chanami was honest about it when she saw Bonri and Linda talking, because again, none of them know Bonri's situation, so they didn't know that Bonri and Linda have a past. Like, they were friends back in high school, so she didn't know that. But she was honest when she came and to Bonri's room and was like, I didn't care. Well, she was pretty much like, I didn't care. These are my words, by the way. I didn't care that I was kind of hoping that y'all were trying to hit it off. I was like, yes, because that means that I can finally actually confess to Yana, because that's when she admitted that she liked Yana. And it was just, again, I mean, I really hope everything works. Does this have a manga? Because I don't know if it's going to be season 2, but it doesn't have the way it ended, it ain't getting on season 2. But I'm just saying, I mean, if the manga continue, I would love to know how Yana and Chanami, if they ever got together. But it doesn't really seem like it, because at the end in the last episode, Yana was still filming the festival and everything, and Linda blushed. Like, she's like, okay, she decided to finally open up her heart. And I want to talk about that because, like I said, I'm jumping everywhere, scatterbrained. There's no order to this. Like I said, I literally just finished, and I'm just talking about it off the top of my brain for what I've witnessed in the last 2 days. This one right here was heartbreaking. Right here was when it was like the last school festival or whatever. Like, Bonri was like, had that inner dialogue going on. He was enjoying the moment. And when he said, like, pretty much he regained all his memories, I was like my jaw just dropped, because I'm like, yo, he really forgot everybody. Like, how, there's no way this show could end like this. Like, I was a bit heartbroken a little bit, because I was like, Coco, no. Like, because like I said, in the beginning, I couldn't really stand Coco. She was just too much. And even a little ways into the show, she was still kind of bothering me a little bit, just because she was like a lovesick puppy. Like, she was just so needy. Like, she needed to be pat just to keep her happy. And that was just me kind of, I don't want to say I'm being insensitive, but I'm just like, she's just doing too much. She's a little too clingy, and they even pointed that out. Even Yana said that he's amazed that Bonri could handle her clinginess, because she really is. Like, she was very overbearing, but I grew to understand why. And again, I really loved her as a character towards the end. Well, towards the middle, really, because it was only like a few episodes where I really thought like those thoughts about her. But you know, but again, going back to when Bonnery got all his memories back and him just going back home and like he literally did not remember any of them. And like, so when that happened, I'm like, okay, so does this mean that he's gonna pursue like Linda again? Is that what's gonna happen? And is Linda gonna accept that? Like, is she gonna reciprocate those feelings? Because even though Bonnery got his original memories back, Linda still has all her memories, so she knows how Coco feels. She knows everything that all of them as a group have done together while they're at school. So it's like that would be disrespectful in her case. So again, I respect Linda for being respectful about this whole situation and how she was fighting. She was like pushing Bonnery to go after Coco. Like when they broke up, she was pushing him. She was like she was hurt for him. Like oh my, it was so much to handle because it was just like he was just giving up. Like why was he giving up? And towards the end, it makes sense. And I was glad that the old Bonnery, the ghost Bonnery, got an answer. Like I mean, even though I knew it was yes, she finally confirmed that to him, and he was able to kind of fade away peacefully. And I think that was really good. Like the fact that she was like saying yes to everything, which I really, really liked. Like she was able to finally get that off her chest, which I think that's what helped her to kind of like open her heart up towards Yana at the end, because now she's like, okay, now she doesn't need to hold on to that feeling because she finally gave him an answer, and now she can kind of move on. Just because I mean, Bonnery obviously has moved on. He's with Coco, so that moment was neat. And yo, when Bonnery when he looked in that mirror and he got his memories back, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, yes. Like I was rooting for him. Like I was wanting him to chase down Coco because first of all, I knew the tears was coming. I knew it because I'm like, okay, I know, I've seen enough anime to know what's about to happen. He was gonna yell out the name and she's gonna be like and that's exactly what happened. So, but before that, he was running in flip-flops. He tripped, he fell, he lost his shoes. And the fact that Linda came through with the tennis shoes, the running shoes to help him like go get your girl, like that right there, that hit me in the heart because I'm like, Linda, you didn't have to do that, but she's rooting for Bonnery. Like she didn't have to do that, and that right there was a great moment. And then when he finally yelled out Coco's name, I'm not gonna lie, your boy was the waterworks was there. I'm telling you, because I'm just like, Coco was heartbroken. Like, you know, it took everything in her to go and try to fight for him. Like she was, I know the whole time she was traveling there, she was like hoping that maybe he will remember me. And the fact that he like handed her back that mirror, that did it to her, because he was like, this ain't mine. Like, this yours. Take this. That right there, I was just like, that's crazy, man. That was so him, you know, yelling out her name and letting her, and pretty much reiterating or pretty much telling her back what he promised her, that if he was to remember her, then they would be together forever. Like that moment right there, I was like, okay, this is how you end it. Because there's no, as like I said, I was wanting him again, like earlier, I was being selfish and I wanted him to like, okay, you know, Linda is probably at some point going to reciprocate those feelings because she clearly loved him, like she did, and she confirmed my thoughts at the end of the series. But I was really happy that Coco got what she wanted because she's been through a lot. She is someone who never gave up on this man. She didn't want to, even the times when they broke up and everything. That was just her. That was her putting up that wall, that defensive wall, because she was trying to protect herself. But she never, in her heart, she never once gave up on this man. And I was just like, hell yeah, there's no way that this can end with them not being together. There's just no way. There's no way. Like, my goodness, man, this was such a great show. Like, I'm a big sucker for like slice of life romance type anime. I really am. Like, boy, anything that can tug on the heartstrings a little bit, sign me up, please. Oh my goodness, this was a really good show. I'm trying to think of anything that I might have forgot, but there was just so much. Oh, there was like one instance. Now, there was one instance where, like, see, a lot of you guys think, like, man, trust me, I'm just as active off camera as I am on camera. Because there was a instance where they were on a beach trip and they got into an accident. And, like, okay, I understand, you know, like, it was because of Coco. She fell asleep at the wheel. And luckily they were all right. I mean, Tsunami got her lip busted a little bit, but everybody else was all right. Her dad just walked up, smack. I'm like, listen, when I hopped out of my seat, walked towards the TV so the goddamn fast, because I was like so pissed at this motherfucker. I was like, are you fucking serious? And then I was like, Bonry, you just gonna let this happen? Like, I was pissed. But it's like, I know it's probably like I'm assuming it's like a Japanese custom for, I guess, father figures to be a little bit more intense with their daughters. I don't know, but I was pissed. But yeah, that was just an instance like where, like, if y'all think I'm like this on camera, I'm like this off camera as well. But nonetheless, I'm glad. But again, like I said, I understood kind of why her father did that in a way, because again, that's his only daughter. As we know, that's his only daughter. She was in a situation where she could have lost her life, and he was in a way disappointed that she even got in that situation because she fell asleep at the wheel, you know? So I, in a way, understand why he reacted that way, kind of, you know, again, different customs. But but her father definitely was somebody he did not, that slap at that moment, yes, left a sour taste in my mouth, but throughout the series, the few times that we did see him, I definitely respected that man because he looked out for his daughter. Like, he cared for his daughter. So, hey, shout out to him. But again, this series was really good. They did a really good job of doing enough to keep you wondering, like, what will happen, like, if Bonry does get his memories back, and like, they did a really good job with that, and then giving us the fact that he did get him back, and that was dope. And can I talk about Nana? First of all, it seems like there's always a Nana in a lot of these animes. She's always a musician. Is that a thing in Japan? You know, female singers or musicians are named Nana? I don't know. But she had that tough exterior, but as the show went on, you could definitely tell she was really caring, and I liked her as a character. Like, she was dope. You know, she held up her tough exterior, but towards the end, she definitely showed that she had a heart. She cared for, she was like, she even made a point of saying, like, next to Linda, you're the next to the next to the next to the next to the next person that I like. So pretty much, Bonry was definitely somebody she really cared for. And, you know, it was just again, this series was really dope, and I have to find more like this because that was amazing. Like, it's just been a while since I've been able to enjoy something off camera, and there's something else I've been watching. I won't say just yet because the series is still ongoing, but I'll leave you guys with this if you've made it this far. In the words of Giguk, it's spicy. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.